wanted to show you how to frame stuff really cheaply, because you know it's expensive to frame things, and this is very homemade and kind of cool. This is a professionally framed drawing that I got tinned, is what it's called, and you just use some stained glass supplies. Here's one that I made, and I put a copper patina on it. And then this is an old photo of my grandmother that we had tinned also. I mean, they're pretty, and they're really fast and easy, and you're gonna get used to soldering, which is kind of a plumbing thing. You can press flowers. They look really good. The fastest way to do it is to get a microwave flower press, where you just put the flowers in like that. You put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. It comes out totally flat, which is great, because then you can take 2 pieces of beveled glass, which you got at the stained glass shop, and just put one of your dried flowers in the middle, like so. This goes so fast, you won't believe it. So that's about right. And then take some copper foil. It comes in different widths, but I like the 1/2-inch one because it makes a really solid border. And if you want it to not look quite so obvious, get the stuff that has the black adhesive backing. Just wrap that thing and you're on your way. So there it is, and it's all wrapped. It looks really pretty. You're gonna wanna hang it, so you're gonna have to put a little hanger right across the top. So you just take a little bit of copper wire, snip it off, is about like maybe 1.5 inches or so. Make a little loop. This is really not that technical. Just a little loop like that. And then you have to tape it in place. Okay, now you have to burnish it. So just take some kind of a pencil or the end of a paintbrush and just go all around the edge, burnishing on all 3 sides, just to make sure the adhesive is really sticky. Okay, so I've got the fern in the glass. It's all wrapped with copper foil. I put a little loopy thing on top, which I've used copper foil to just tape down. So this whole thing's ready to go. I burnished the whole thing with a little round piece of doweling. And now is the fun part. Plug in your soldering iron. This is a soldering iron. It gets really hot, and a lot of them don't even have a thermostat on them, so you just sort of want to control the amount of time that they're on, because they get really, really hot. And you'll know because they'll be stinky. Okay, so now I'm going to brush on some flux. This is something you get at the stained glass store. What is it? It's an acid. All it does is etch the surface of the copper, and that way the copper will be it'll take the solder really easily. It just etches it. It's really, really mild acid. I've gotten it on my hands lots of times. You don't have to be too careful. You can get some on the glass if you happen to. Okay, so it's fluxed. And now I'm just going to take my soldering iron and my solder, like so, and put it on the edge like this and just start melting solder. Takes a bit for it to get going. There it goes. So now I'm just going to show dragging it along to make it even. And I'll just keep going till I have this whole side done, and then I'll flip it over and do the other side. Look at it go. So once the solder has cooled, it's going to be all shiny and pretty, but there's going to be kind of gooey because there's flux left on it. So you just want to take some, it's actually called Flux and Patina Residue Remover, which is good to know about. It's like $3, and it really cleans it up well, because you don't want, you know, it's kind of hard to know what to use on acid. I mean, what do you clean that up with? Well, they make something for it. And it's pretty gentle, and it actually smells good, which is nice. Okay, so now this is ready to be patinaed if you want to. You can get black patinas or aged bronze patinas or copper patinas. So once you've cleaned it up, it's ready for patina. Or you can just let it go naturally dark. See, if you just let it age, it'll kind of go this black color. You might want something that's, you know, maybe a little wilder. So you want to get some patina. Again, it's like $3. And never dip your brush in the bottle because you'll contaminate it and then it won't work. But when it is working really well, it's quite exciting, I think you'll find. So, ready? So you dip your brush in to this. This was a clean container. And watch what happens. I'll start in a nice spot right here. It's going to turn copper colored instantly. See that? Is that cool or what? Okay, so once you've got the patina on, it's instant, so you can clean it up right away with more of the neutralizer stuff, the flux and patina remover, okay? Because you don't want to leave that on there. You need to actually get it off. And then, if you're really wanting that shiny copper finish to be permanent, you want to wax it. And so you have to, again, go to the stained glass shop and get some wax stuff. It's like 12 bucks. I'm not going to bother. I just don't mind the aged look. I think rustic is kind of cool. Then obviously this stuff leaves a kind of slimy, filmy thing on it, so it has to be cleaned off too. So that's when you would use a glass cleaner, something that, or vinegar even, or ammonia is really good. In fact, if you're really doing something really archival and you want it to be really a beautiful framing, you should clean the glass inside and out with distilled water and a little bit of ammonia before you even get started. And that will make sure that you have a very beautifully archived championship piece of tinning. Doesn't that look good? Okay, imagine that it's really clean. See how fast that was? I mean, really, what's that take? Like 10 minutes. Ow! Oh.